What's going on, YouTube? Hey, this is your boy Tristan. Hey, it's been a while since I uploaded a video, so I decided I will do one today. Today's gonna be a little bit different. Starting off sitting inside the car. I got a couple errands I'm gonna do. About to run and go get something to eat. But I wanted to touch down to everybody and let you know, hey, I'm still here and I'm still making content and all that stuff. It's just real cold around this place. It's like when you talk, you can see your breath. Not really high up north, but I'm high kind of in the mountains where I live at. So it kind of makes it a little bit colder than our surrounding areas. All right, but I do have something for you. I'm gonna do a cold start, sitting inside the vehicle, and then I'll talk about other stuff. Let it warm up. Do this video once before, but I had an issue with it started getting dark on me, so the quality of the video was deteriorating. Ended up having to use the interior lights. But for the new subscribers, if you don't know, I have a Dodge Charger. It's a Daytona 392, and it's a 2018, and it's FA green. I've had it since May, and I like it. I try not to drive it as much as my daily driver, because I have two other vehicles that I can actually drive other than this. But by far, this is probably my favorite. I got to let least stuff into it, but it's still my favorite. All right, no music because we're recording. Let's go. All right, the topic that I want to talk about is one that I had posted on Facebook like a week ago. Seatbelt. I had asked, is a SRT better than Daytona? Or why is it? I had somebody say, because it's an SRT. We're talking about the 392s, not the Hellcat. And I was like, oh, all right. That's not a reason. But then I was like, explain. He was like, well, SRTs have 6-piston Brembos. My Daytona has 6-piston Brembos. Then he was like, well, it's got the track pack, blah, blah, and this and that. All right. Performance pages, basically, what he was talking about. All right. Daytona's come with some type of performance page, but 2019s have the same thing as SRT because they went away from the SRT. It's now Scat Pack or the Daytona that you can get. All right, so with that said, for the 2018, for like a little bit over $300, you can get a Taser that has all those screens and stuff, and all the performance pages and that the Hellcat, the SRT, and all those have. With the 2018, you got to get a adapter, basically because you got to put it in the trunk. It won't go in a OBD2 reader. All right, but if you have a 2015 to 2017, you can plug it into your OBD reader and get all that with the light show and all that stuff. All right. As far as that, the only real good valid thing that they had to say was the suspension. All right, I have a Daytona. It has a sport suspension. Yes, it's a little bit rough. The roads are here a little bit rough too, so if it's bouncing around, you gotta excuse that. Plus, it's cold outside, and I still got my 22s on. So when I first start up and start driving, it's a little bit rough until the tires warm up and the nylon sidewalls start to flex a little bit better once they heat up. Plus the roasted is bad. But with that said, both are Bilstein, and I noticed a lot of people with the SRTs and the Hellcats, they're going to the air struts and airbag systems for like drag racing and stuff like that, because you can control the ride height, the firmness, and all that stuff a lot better. So when you talk about the price difference of the SRT compared to the Daytona, I think it's like $4,000 or so, like that. All right, I think that the appearance package on the Daytona is a lot better. All right. A little sideways. But the appearance package is, well, I like the hood decal, and I like the decal on the side, on the back. It wraps around the back of it from side to side. I like that better than the one that the stripes going down the middle. And then I like how the roof is done. All right, I like that better. As far as everything else, they pretty much the same. I got the adaptive cruise control with the steering assist and all that stuff. I got full options. Now somebody brought up SRTs have full leather. Now me, I'm a BMW guy, so, and I had a Mercedes and I had some Audis and stuff. When I think about premium leather, I think about those vehicles. Now, same leathers in those SRTs are still in the Daytonas. Center console's leather and stuff, but the seats are leather outside and suede, well, Alcantara in the middle with the gold stitching in the Daytona. I think Alcantara is a lot better fabric. Your butt doesn't sweat in it. When it's hot, you don't burn yourself when you sit down because it's hot. When it's cold, it don't just freeze you. I don't even have the heated seats or the heat on. And you don't slide around as much. I feel like it's not roughness, but the texture of the Alcantara seats hold me better in these seats. And I like how it has the big bolsters and stuff, so I can drive fast and not worry about it slinging me around and all that stuff. Now, I've always thought that Alcantara was a more expensive option, but what I know, I've only been buying cars for about 18 years. But the SRT, yes, it's nice and everything. It doesn't have the different motor, doesn't have a different transmission, doesn't have a rear gear ratio and all that stuff. So, like, for me, if I was going to be able to get pretty much the same car and save $4,000, then I would rather do that and put the $4,000 to something else, like $1,000 to $1,500 to air struts or some performance mods. Oh, but the Daytona comes with the Mopar cold air intake system. Now with my car, I took off that filter and put the K&N filter on it to replace it, but that Mopar cold air intake's a lot better than that 392 SRT intake. Just want to put that out there. Alright, I'm almost to the place where I'm actually about to go, because I'm going to go eat first before I go to the bank and drop off some money. I hate riding around with money and stuff, or having money on me, and having your own little part-time shit dig and all that stuff, and then transferring money from bank accounts and stuff. Sometimes I tend to have it, but not much. It's just I want to go ahead and deposit it before I lose it in the car or drop it somewhere. I'm prone to do that. But at one of my favorite places to eat. But before I end, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my conversation. So for the Mopar, back to it, for the Mopar coater intake, I mean, and I changed that the Mopar filter, that very thick, very dense filter. I placed it with a cloth high performance K&N filter, and the Mopar filter is going to be for your street applications. You know, it's DOD or whatever, regulated, where that K&N is, it says off-road. It's not for road use. All right, so the flow on that K&N is a lot better. And I'm not forcing the induction or anything, but anything that can kind of help free up the airflow is actually better. But that's pretty much the only thing I changed about it. But it has that. They have the same exhaust and everything. The whole platform's the same. Steering wheel's different. But I like the Daytona steering wheel. I touched out the Badge, and I had ordered badges for it, and then where it says Daytona 392, where it said Dodge, and then the ring says SRT there in gold, and then by the airbag over there, which I posted pictures. If you look at my Instagram, I got pictures of it. It says powered by SRT, and then where it says the start button, it says sit down, shut up, and hang on. And then the fuel button says petrol, feed me. And then the trunk says boot. Yeah, trunk says boot, petrol says feed me, petrol, feed me. But I like it. I mean, everybody's car is going to be a little bit different. They're going to customize it to their likings. But for me, just the Daytona was a little bit better of a buy. Speaking of say, I mean, I like the sport suspension. I like going around curves fast. It's not just a straight line thing for me. So, I mean, if I'm going straight line, I'm gonna use my motorcycles. I got a couple of ZX 14s that I ride, that I race. And if you want to go fast on straight line, get you a nitrous ZX 14, a cammed nitrous ZX 14, and stretch it out. And yank it all the way back and spray about 100 shot to it. Now that's fast, which this car never go that fast. But it's just a big debate. And then I had posted to Facebook, and it got so many comments, so many different opinions, and all that stuff. And to be honest, truth, I mean, I'm in like these Dodge communities and stuff, and people like to bash the V6s and the RTs and all that stuff. I mean, it's whatever you like. I mean, they pretty much all the same cars, just engine. The RTs have the 5.7s, and then you get the SXTs and stuff, but they basically the same car. They come from the same platform. They have the same love. They just, some not just as fast as each other. I mean, I had a guy come to me. Oh, I was pumping gas at the gas station. He had a V6 Charger. It was a little bit older, probably like a 2015, and he walked up to me. Nice car, too bad it's not a Hellcat. And I looked at him. I was like, you drive a Hellcat? He's like, no, mine's a V6. And I just looked at him, like, gave him like a slant eye, and I just continued what I was doing. To myself, I'm thinking, dog, how can you criticize somebody else's stuff when you're like, you don't have it? So that's a topic and all that stuff that I'll talk about another time, but I really don't want to get into it. It's starting to get close to 15 minutes, and I just really want to make it real long. I just want to touch base with everybody. But if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and follow me. Hit the like button, hit the bell so you can get the notifications. I'm gonna try to drop more content more often. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the camera and stuff like that, videoing. I got kids looking at my car. But plan on making better content, more content, and I've been investing a lot into my camera equipment. So hopefully it works out pretty good, and I'm able to talk to y'all more and more often. But other than that, it's about time to go eat. I got some people I'm meeting up with. Have a good day.